Welcome to another episode of the You Can Do Anything podcast. And I just want to share the same message that I'm going to share every single week for this channel. You can do anything. I can do anything. We can do anything, especially if we do things together. And by together, I don't literally mean you and me. I mean you and other people who are like-minded. For those who don't know, I am in a six-pack challenge, and it seems like an impossible challenge. Can I get a six-pack in 30 days? I'm on day 8. Mathematically, it's almost impossible, but I'm gonna try my best. And I did the numbers. And if you have a goal that seems impossible, you could reverse engineer starting from where you want to head towards the result, the end goal. So for me to have a six-pack, I need to be around 12% body fat-ish. And I started this journey around 30%, around there. And I think I'm at 28% body fat. So for those who don't know, showing your six-pack is not just about weight. It's about body fat percentage. It's letting go of the body fat that's over your six-pack. You have a six-pack. I have a six-pack. But for most of us, you might be in the population, based on statistics, like 99% of people don't have a six-pack, like can see their six-pack. They have a layer of fat over it. And so if my starting was around 30% and my goal is 12%, that means I have to lose 30 minus 12, which is 18% body fat. And so 18% body fat, and my weight's around 200 pounds. So I'm looking at losing around 40 pounds of body fat. Now, how do you lose 40 pounds of body fat? See, everything is math. 40 pounds of body fat is 3,500, which is 3,500 calories is roughly 1 pound of body fat. So 3,500 times 40, that's over like 12,000 calories, right? Of body fat that I need to burn. So you divide how many days are left, which is 22 days divided by 12,000. So basically it's almost impossible, to be quite honest. But I'm doing what it takes. I'm hitting my protein goal, which is around 200 grams of protein, while being at a pretty drastic caloric deficit. I am changing my environment. So rather than working from my office or home, I'm working at the gym. Most of my work can be done on my phone. So rather than being on my stand-up desk or at my desk or my treadmill desk, I am at the treadmill and weightlifting and doing all these other things at the gym while I'm working. Long story short, I could roughly, if I'm on point, I could almost lose a pound of body fat a day. So if I need to lose 40 pounds of body fat and I have 22 days left, as you can tell, the math isn't mathing. However, by placing myself in an uncomfortable challenge and situation to accomplish something almost impossible, I'm gonna make more progress than if I try to do this by giving myself 100 days. Because there's a thing called Parkinson's Law, which basically means tasks will expand to the time duration that you allow. So if I give myself a year, I will take a year. If I give myself 30 days, I'm going to be as urgent and take as much action, massive action, to get as much massive results as possible so I could get the results quicker. So rather than taking a year, by pushing myself to get it in 30 days, I'll probably get it done in 60 days or something like that. And I also, if I don't hit my goal within 30 days, then I just expand it to 60. But I'm putting myself in a state of urgency to take as much action as possible. So if you have a goal, take the same principles. Reverse engineer from your end result. Let's say your goal is to make $100,000. If I want to make $100,000, reverse engineer from the 100,000 and just work from there, you know? Maybe you have to reinvest in your education. Maybe you have to reinvest in starting a business. Maybe you have to reinvest in your tools and your skills and your work ethic and your systems so you can get a promotion at work, so you make more an hour. You know, by knowing your goal, anything is possible. You can do anything, but you have to change your mindset. One example I could give is that a lot of times revenue or profit or sales is based on geography. Now, what do I mean by that? Let's say you're a gardener and you work gardening in some random place in North Carolina. And the market, right? The market, the average amount that consumers pay for gardening services in North Carolina is, let's say, $50 per lawn. Let's say that takes you 2 hours. So you're making $25 an hour. For the same 2 hours of work, you could get a client. Let's go somewhere more expensive. It sounds so bougie. I moved out of the city of Beverly Hills. Let's say the average demand, right? How much the market is paying in Beverly Hills for lawn service is $200. So you get paid $200 for 2 hours of work. So you're averaging $100 an hour. Same type of work, different geography. So you can make more money based on where you are and where you're serving. Now, let's say you're watching this. By working with a business that makes more money than your current geography, then it's another option for you to make more money per hour. Because rather than your skills being limited to how much the market is paying in your area, now you could serve a business in California. Like Channel Owners is based in California, but our team is in the Philippines and other countries, right? And so just going back to that message, you can do anything. When it comes to raising your revenue, improving your health, improving your business and relationships, you can do anything. Just because you failed at something in the past, just because you're failing now, doesn't mean it's not possible for you. Everything is possible for you. For you. Everything is possible for you. But you gotta believe. You gotta believe. And if you believe and you're honest with yourself and you could see it clearly, you will naturally take actions to move you towards to making that belief into physical reality. But your internal world has to be there first. Roy Disney, the creator of Disneyland, imagined a place where kids and families could have fun. He saw it in his mind before there was a physical blueprint. With that physical blueprint, they were able to build this theme park. But wait, they didn't have the money to make this theme park. Okay, once again, go back to your imagination, right? You believe it's possible, but you don't have the money. Now, how do you do that? What am I going to do? I reached out to investors and they said no. How many investors did you reach out to? Oh, I reached out to 10. They said no. Try 100. Oh, crap, 100. They all said no. Try 200. Keep on going until you win. Whatever you want to do in this world, you got to just keep on going until you win. Until you win. That's all you got to do. You just keep going until you win. It's in the words of the famous Les Brown, one of my favorite speakers. It's not over until I win. And you have to have that mindset with every part of your life that you want to change. Every single part of your life that God is calling you to move towards. It's not over until I win. My YouTube channel, my business, the clients that we work with, it's not over until we win. We keep on improving, we keep on tweaking, we keep on serving to the best of our abilities. And over time, things get better, better. And then you see this hockey puck of growth. And you're like, wow, you got so lucky. I can't believe that happened. But you got lucky because you did the work. You did all the work that no one saw, right? Going back to the six pack. Right? All those little things, all those little tweaks and sacrifices I'm making, all the times I'm making a healthier choice in my health. Long story short, you can do anything.